My name is David Perley. I am a member of the Tobique First Nation. I am the director for the Mi'kmaq-Wolastoqey Center here at UNB. Well, first I should mention that when I became the director for MWCU, or Mi'kmaq-Wolastoqey Center, back 5 years ago, I thought it was important for the center to have a vision statement, so that this vision statement will guide us. So, because it wasn't there before. They had a mission statement, but I wanted to expand that and then also have a vision statement. So basically, I met with the staff members, and I shared with the staff members how important it is to have a vision to help us to guide us as a center, and also to assist our students. So we, as a team, we put together a vision statement, and in that vision statement, there's 3 components to it. The first component of the vision statement states that the Wolastoqey, the Mi'kmaq, and the Passamaquoddy worldviews, traditions, knowledge systems, philosophies, contributions, and other aspects of our culture would flourish within UNB environment. It's important for UNB to reflect, because UNB is on traditional Wolastoqey territory, and it only makes sense that they would honor that history, that history of UNB and where it's located. So it's important for the curriculum, the programs, and the services that are being provided. They should be reflecting all those aspects of our Wolastoqey culture. That's the first part of our vision statement. The second part is, it states that we want to ensure that when we have Mi'kmaq students here, Wolastoqey students, and Passamaquoddy students, and other students from across the country, Indigenous students, we want to ensure that while they are here, that they'll have opportunities to learn about the Wabanakis, that they will learn their traditions, and that they will learn their value system, knowledge system of their ancestors, and so on. Because if we're successful in doing that, then they will have a strong cultural foundation within themselves, and it's important for them to have that strong cultural foundation, because we all know that if you have a strong identity, if you're proud of who you are, then that will translate into enhanced academic performance. So that's why it's important for us to be successful in ensuring that that part of the vision statement is also being addressed while they are here. The third part of our vision statement states that we will ensure that the faculty and the administrators of UNB will be exposed to initiatives that will help them to understand Mi'kmaq, Wolastoqey, Passamaquoddy cultures, histories, contributions made by the Wabanakis in the history of Atlantic Canada, the treaty rights of our ancestors, the treaty rights that we have today, the peace and friendship treaties, for example. So we need to educate the faculty so that when they're in their classrooms, and then we're hoping that they will pass on that information to the students, because we want to ensure that, I'd like to be able to say that when our students graduate from UNB, for the Wabanaki students, when they graduate, then they will have a strong cultural foundation. When the non-native students, when non-Indigenous students graduate, then we'll be able to say they have some knowledge about Mi'kmaq, Wolastoqey, Passamaquoddy histories, Aboriginal rights, treaty rights, and so on. So that's our vision. And as we reflect on that vision and identify concrete actions, we've done a lot in terms of making changes, at least, especially within the Faculty of Education, because we're part of the Faculty of Education. And what I'm really proud of is our previous dean, who was passed away, Ann Sherman. She was a strong ally. She was a strong advocate for changes to the education system as well. And she agreed that that every single student in the education program will be required to take at least a course in First Nations or Indigenous with Indigenous content, so that when they graduate as teachers, then they will have some knowledge about Wabanaki histories and so on. So that to me is a positive step, because most of our parents from First Nations communities they're always complaining that teachers they're not familiar about our histories. They don't have the understanding of our worldviews and so on. So this course will help us. Of course, there has to be more, but I'm happy with we've taken the first step, and so that's one area I'm really proud of. That the faculty of education has supported in having this requirement. So you can't graduate unless you have this one course.